Hello, this is Frank Valente with eXp Realty in Northern California, and welcome to my video blog. And I just got asked by a potential seller, said, what should we do? We're thinking about selling our home maybe 4 months from now. What should we do to prepare our house to sell? And that's a great question. It's a question that's going to save you money if you approach it from, doing the proper preparations. So the first thing I'm going to probably recommend you do is look at different pre-inspections that you should get done on your house. Because we are going to, again, and I have a separate video where I talk about the importance of pre-inspections, but get some of the issues. Your home's not a brand new home. Get your home documented. Get these pre-inspections done, which is going to kind of give us a starting point. And then depending on the repairs that are called out in those reports, you may want to attack them. So now, how do I prioritize repairs? First it's going to be health, safety issues, followed by structural issues, followed by deferred maintenance, just general maintenance issues. What's an example of just a maintenance issue? Cleaning the gutters, for example. And then finally, cosmetic issues. And there's always going to be some cosmetic issues, but again, we're going to prioritize those. So now let's think of putting your house on the market and you're having a buyer come through, or you're getting ready to have buyers come through. Even if I haven't seen your house, I know you probably could declutter that house. You're getting ready to move anyways. You might as well start boxing things up, either putting them in storage, put them in a pod, getting them out of the house. And, something as simple of when a buyer comes through and they open up that closet, and I don't know if you remember those old cartoons where the Wile E. Coyote, they open up the closet and everything, falls onto the character. If it looks stuffed in that closet, the buyer's going to think, God, there's no storage in this house. Whereas if they open up the closet or go in the master bedroom and they go into your nice walk-in closet and they see things neatly hung up and neatly in boxes, like, wow, there's a lot of storage in this house. So those type of impressions. To give you some examples of ideally, I want your house to look like a model home. Really, make it look like a model as best you can. Get it to that type of condition. So now, again, as I prioritize the issues, health and safety. If there's electrical issues, you want to get those addressed first. Structural issues, at least get those documented, get those repaired. Items that could be deferred maintenance. I use the example of cleaning gutters, taking care of dry rot. And then now, what cosmetic issues, because we could go the whole gamut. And think of that buyer. They're getting out of their car, that agent's getting out of their car, and they're coming to your front door. And you'll be surprised, buyers may only spend 10, 15, 20 minutes in a house before they'll make a decision whether or not they're going to buy. As a matter of fact, sometimes I think people will spend more time shopping for a car or shopping for a suit than they'll spend shopping for a house before they'll make a decision on, I don't want to buy this house. So that first impression is the buyer gets out of the house, walks to the front door. What's the front yard look like? What's the front door look like? Is it all scratched? Is my dog been jumping on the door and scratching the door? Does the lock work? Is it easy for that agent that's showing your house to know how to show your house? Is it easy for him to get the key out of the lockbox? And is it easy for him to open that front door? All those have already created a lot of first impressions. And now when they walk in, what does your home smell like? So sometimes, pictures don't smell, and homes actually shouldn't smell like anything. But, sometimes that's not true. We have a lot of may have dogs, cats. You may have done, some cooking. Sometimes cooking can be a good smell, sometimes not. So again, trying to eliminate odors can be a negative. And again, that impression of just walking out and walking through the home. Now, lighting could be important, so now you're kind of the day of showing, what are some things that you should do if you're still living in the home? Well, one, get out of the house, right? So make it easy for that agent to show that house. This is now game time, right? The marketing's worked. We have a buyer that's walking through your house, that's thinking about buying your house. This is game time. So if you're the seller, I don't want you to be there. Even if you think, well, I'm just going to be in the backyard or I'm going to be in the garage working on something, or a lot of people are working from home in your home office. That makes it a little tougher, but you need to get out of the house, because I want that agent and that buyer to be comfortable staying and walking around your house and looking at your house. And if they, maybe this is my personality, but if I know the seller's in the backyard or the seller's, in the garage and they want to come back in, I'm going to I'm going to try to accommodate them, because I want to get them back into their own home. So again, at this point, remember, even that buyer's agent, he's working for you because he wants to sell your house. So, again, I don't want to belabor the point, but, get out of that, just get out of the house, make it easy for them to show. And, that's always a good advice is, make the house easy to show when it's time to sell your house. Just as I wrap up here, as you're preparing your house to sell, when you're showing your home, make it easy to sell. Make the home easy to sell. And also, I talked a lot about some of these pre-inspections. I actually have done another video where I go in more detail on getting those home, getting the different pre-inspections accomplished. Take a look at that video. And again, if you have any questions on, preparing your house to sell, please, call or text Frank at 916-257-0893 or email Frank at frankvalente.com.